Alright, today I'm gonna jack the car up and remove the exhaust. So I'm gonna take the whole exhaust from all the way from here all the way to the end. I'm gonna drop that, and I'm gonna see if I can also remove the drive shaft. I'm not sure, I don't need to remove it, but I need to lose the bolts that are here tied to the transmission. So I'm gonna take all those bolts out of there. So when I pull the engine, that thing is gonna be free, and the engine is gonna come back, and that thing is gonna be hanging. I need to take out anyway, but to measure and all that stuff, but have nowhere to put it right now. As you see, it's a little bit cramped. So let's do it. Alright, so car is up. I lifted as much as it would go, which is not a lot, so we'll just see, but it would be enough for me to get in there and start taking some bolts apart. And yeah, so I've done that once to replace the clutch, so I guess I gotta do it again. So it would be interesting to see if I could figure it out what the transmission is exactly, so I can get the adapter plate, but I think I'll need to take it out of there. Sorry, you're gonna do a loop on the camera. Yeah, I might need to take it out of there to figure it out what in the world this thing is. Yeah, so the exhaust is gonna be pretty simple. I'm just gonna take those bolts in here. I don't know if you can see from the flange, and there are some bolts in the middle where those rubber hold into. So yeah, let me do that. So one thing I do when I take the exhaust, when I take the bolts from the top with the flange, I take the nuts, take 2 bolts, but I leave 2 bolts just holding the thing in place. And when I take this here, I keep my knees on top, and as I unbolt these guys here, it's just nuts. And because this is heavy, it doesn't look like it, but it's very heavy, so it just drops, and you hold with your knees. The front is gonna drop, and yeah, that's pretty much all you want to do. One thing you need to do first is, if you have this little thing here, this is a vacuum hose, take the vacuum hose out of there, and good to go. So that is out. There's one more thing I need to take, which is this heat shield. It's all the way to the back. There was a lot of bolts in here, but probably drifting, I lost a lot of them. At this point, I'm trying to remove the bolts that hold the drive shaft in place. So I removed the 8 bolts. In here, I'm going to remove all the air conditioner. You see, I need to pry it out a little bit with a screwdriver. The second one was a little bit harder, but I managed to take it out. Then we need to lose the radiator. You see here on the bottom mid-section left side, I was releasing the clamps, so I need to remove the hoses. Probably in your case you have the BMW click. So in my case, I had that, and I had a pan down there. Don't forget to do not use your pan that you use oil, because it's not recyclable. In my case, I had water inside. Now the only thing keeping the radiator in place is the power steering lines that are connected to the cooler. So you see here I already removed one.
I tried to use a tool but didn't work, so I found this other way, which you put a pair of pliers and you use a little hammer. Don't hammer too hard, just a little bit, and it is going to push that out of there. So with that done, I was able to just take the radiator out of there. And since I was here anyway, I decided to remove the power steam reservoir and empty all the fluids. And right after that, I start taking the engine oil out.
So I'm taking the oil out of the engine, and look at that. It looks normal. It doesn't it's not milky, so does not have water in the oil. Definitely. Which is surprising to me, because I really thought that when you had a flow head gasket, the water would get in the oil. But I think what happened is the water was getting into the cylinder, and then it was burning and going out. So that's my best guess. I don't even know. Maybe the gasket's not blown. Maybe the engine's good still, but it's a 220,000 miles, so it's time to have a good refresh. Yeah, oil is kind of burnt, but you know, it's working fine. So yeah, I appreciate watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, just consider subscribing. There's so much coming. Check out my website. It's carmodsgarage.com, and hit that little like button for me, alright? And I'll see you on the next video.